Hi everyone, Bruce here with Candlestick Trading for Maximum Profits. I'd like to go over some trades that we had over the past 2 weeks, and if you're a trader you know that it was a pretty volatile 2 weeks and it offered some tricky trading, a lot of stops being hit and ups and downs, surprise news releases, so on and so forth. But our trading system that we use with candlesticks in Candlestick Trading for Maximum Profits found some very good trades, and I'd like to just share with some of those with you today and show you a little bit of how we trade and the system we use. So let's move on to our first chart. Okay, our first chart is of Complete Production Services, and you can see right here we equaled a high. This is the former high, pulled back, we came back up, we equaled the high, we pulled back, and we pulled back to dynamic support, which is even with the trend line. And you can see here we had a bullish engulfing candle. Now when we scan for these trades, what we do is we scan for these patterns at dynamic support, and dynamic support is a concept I teach in the course, and so I urge you, if you haven't tried the course, to give it a try. But you can see here we had this bullish engulfing candle at dynamic support where it met the trend line coming up, and we had a nice rally here. We were able to enter the next day at about 29.10, 29, somewhere in that area, and we've rallied as of Thursday to up here to over $33 a share. So we've had a nice run in this stock, better than 10% in less than 2 weeks actually. But that's how we traded this stock. We hit it at dynamic support where it met the trend line. Our scans picked it up and we were able to place a trade the next day. Let's move on to another chart. Okay, our next chart is Pioneer Drilling Company, and what we found here, our scans picked up a bullish Rami, and when we had a former high over in this area here, you can see we pulled back, we broke out of it. This line here, when it was over in this area on the chart, was resistance. Okay, we broke the resistance, we broke out of the resistance, okay, and what typically happens, as in this case, is we'll pull back and we'll retest that resistance, and it should become support if it's to become successful. Okay, so we retested this area, this line here, for support, and we also picked this up at dynamic support, which, like I said in the previous chart, is how we scan for trades in Candlestick Trading for Maximum Profits. And you can see we had a nice rally here. We were able to enter the next day somewhere in the 1375 area, and we closed Thursday at 1617. So we're up over 10% here in just a matter of days, and we've had a nice trade here with Pioneer Drilling. Okay, moving on, we're looking at a chart of Ventress Biosciences Incorporated, and similar to the last chart here, we had a breakout of resistance and then a retest of that resistance for support. You can see here we had a bullish engulfing pattern form on dynamic support when it met the support area on the retest, and we had a nice rally. We were able to get in the next day, gapped up a little bit, but we were able to get in at about 1260, and we're sitting here at about 1545, 1550, somewhere in that neighborhood as a high. And so there was a nice swing trade for just a little over a week. And let's move on to the next one. Okay, the last chart we're going to look at is a chart of Triangle Capital Corporation, and this is actually a short entry we entered, and this works exactly opposite as getting into the long trades. Instead of looking for dynamic support, we look for dynamic resistance, and you can see we found it here. We had a trend line coming up in this pattern here. We failed the trend line, we failed the support area, and you can see we had a drastic drop in price. That would have been a good trade. However, the method I teach in candlestick trading for maximum profits is to look for a retest, and you can see we came up, we retested this for resistance, this former support area. We retested it for resistance, and it formed a bearish harami, and we were able to get in the next day right around 19, sell this short. Right now we're at about 1779, so it looks like it's got a little bit more room to run, and we're going to stick with this trade here a little bit. But I'd like to thank TC2000 for the use of their charts, and you can check their product out at freestockcharts.com or tc2000.com. And I just want to wish everybody successful trading, and I'll see you in the next video.